Tonight we have a firing, an attack from behind, a passport stolen, an unsanctioned challenge, a solid Georgian accent, and a spear heard all the way 6 feet under. It's the Go Home to the Go Home Raw After Show for WrestleMania right now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
We all hope you had a nice day. What's up, everybody? This is the Raw After Show on AFTERBUZZ TV, and no, Ty Matthews did not get fired like Mick Foley did on Raw. He's just not here. He's on assignment, if you will.
Yes, he's in Japan. Kidding.
Yeah, he
posted like one thing that reminded me of Japan, and now I'm just telling everybody he's in Japan.
Well, arigato, Ty. We hope you're safe over in Japan, having a great time at all the dojos. But we got a great show for you guys at Monday Night Raw. It was very eventful, to say the least. We're only 13 days away from WrestleMania, which means one more Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania. It's the Go Home to the Go Home. Let's get into it. I'm Jonny Loquasto. Find me on Twitter at @JCoasto. The lovely lady right there. What shirt is that? It's pretty sweet.
Oh.
The jacket shirt combo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Sailor Moon.
It is.
Yeah, I got this going to it was like an anniversary special for Sailor Moon S. It was playing downtown, and it's like a little VIP thing.
Okay.
This was in the VIP
future.
bag? Yes.
I thought it said the protein, the future at first, and I was like, is that a health shirt you're wearing?
You got happy? You're like PT, like perked up?
Yeah, I got pretty pumped.
Yeah.
She's a very funny actress and improviser. She's one of the hosts of Marvel Movie News and a correspondent for Screen Junkies. Find her on Twitter at Markeia McCarty. She's Markeia McCarty.
Yeah. Hey, MarkeiaMcCarty.
The jacket, though,
Yeah?
that brings it all together.
Thank you. I call this my Michelle.
Why is that?
As
Oh, because
in
it's
Michelle
like
Obama?
powerful. Where'd you find it? Did you steal it from her closet?
Oh, don't tell anybody.
Right? How cool would that be? You got a
God.
Michelle jacket?
Yeah, no, they were, just kind of selling stuff on the fly. Caught
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Hey.
I was in D.C. over the weekend, so.
Thanks for the 8 years. I'm going to take this jacket.
I just need a piece of you.
Yes. And for the second week in a row, he is the lead Spanish commentator of the United Wrestling Network. He is the father of the man who created, I'm sorry, not the father, he is the son of the man who created Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. He is Noel Marquez. What's up, my friend?
All good in the hood. How you doing?
Good. Now, any chance we get any kind of broadcasting in Espanol during this broadcast?
Oh, please.
Doesn't have to be
Okay.
now. I don't put you on the spot. I'm just asking at any point during the next 45 to an hour.
We'll get it over real quick. For all the people that are watching here that speak Spanish, un saludo a toda la raza. ¿Cómo están? Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros esta noche.
Muchas gracias, señora. ¿Cuántos escalones tienes en la casa?
Como 5, más o menos.
It's one of my physical therapy questions I've always had to ask patients.
I understood everything that you were saying.
Did you?
Oh, we're on the same-
I'm trying to learn
same
Spanish.
level here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Relearn it. It was my first language.
Good for you. Was it really?
I'm a military kid, so road to Spain was the first stop.
You know what? Spanish comes back very fast.
It actually
You know?
is.
Yeah.
It actually is. I can understand more than I can speak it, though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I get, that was very fast for me, but I mean, being a PT all the years in the hospitals that were primarily Spanish speaking, I know how to have a healthcare conversation. So, I know how to ask how many stairs are in your house, where's your pain, that kind of
That
stuff.
was a weird question. I'm like, how did he get that?
Because I can say
with
it so
stairs?
fluently. I like to say it to people, and it confuses them.
But you understood my Spanish announcing. You know, it's high energy. It's go, 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 go,
It's
go.
so
Hey, ¿cómo están
great.
todos?
I love
Yeah.
Spanish announcing. That and Japanese announcing as well. It's just, amazing.
Yeah, I
gotta
love
be
it
up
during
there.
WrestleMania when they're like, and now here's our Russian desk, and here's our Spanish desk. And I'm
Those
like,
10
yes.
seconds they get.
Yeah, I love the Russian desk because they have this one guy. I keep on forgetting his name until I actually see it, and he looks like he's Asian or South Asian.
Sure.
But he's like fluent in Russian. I'm like, dude, I need to be bilingual or trilingual like you are.
And just for good measure, they throw the Germans in there too, because why not?
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Monday Night Raw, emanating from Brooklyn, New York, one of just the best places. SummerSlam was there last year. We had a blast, and Brooklyn was on fire tonight. We start off with Mick Foley, hits the ring, and reads off of an index card a written, prepared statement. Well, he basically says he's very grateful to Stephanie, very grateful to Triple H. And then he loses his mind and throws the cue cards down and says, you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm not reading off of cue cards. I'm standing up for myself. And before he really gets to stand up for himself, his mic gets cut off about 17 times.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was like, we're going to censor you. We know what you're going to say. You're practically out of the building. And it's like, no, let him talk.
It was very pipe bomby. It was great. It was very great.
It worked. It worked for me.
Yeah.
It was powers that be. If you don't read off the card, you're going to get in trouble. So Mick, he should have just stayed and done what he was told to do, what he was instructed to do. Read the cards, your mic stays on. Easy peasy.
Spoken like a man who's been in charge before.
Well, my dad has been in charge.
Yeah, well, now your brother is, and I can't stand it.
I knew you were going to get to that.
Don't
We'll
get me
to it,
started about
hopefully.
that little pissant. Your younger brother. No
That's
thanks.
2 weeks in a row with the pissant stuff. He's hearing it. Like, that's the sad thing is that he sends me these texts. Hey, tell Johnny to stop that. Hey, tell Dad to...
You know, he knows how to hit me up.
Oh, you heard it, Nico.
I mean, look, I speak the truth on commentary, and I will speak the truth on here. How I feel about how
I feel the same way, but he's my brother. I can't say... He's my older brother, so it's one of those things where, hey, just let him know, don't bring up my name.
Yeah.
Hey, just don't call me that. I'm like, come on.
Well, look,
man.
if I'm going to talk about championship wrestling, which we do every single week, because I love it, I've been there since day one, I have to call it how I see it, and your brother's a pissant. Moving on.
I feel like I'm in a Game of Thrones episode right here. This is like a behind-the-scenes conversation.
Moving
going
on.
I mean, you've been you come to a taping, you're going to see all the drama. There's a lot going on. This Sunday, as a matter of fact, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, we do have another taping, Sunday, March 26th. If you're anywhere near Southern California, it's going to be dramatic. There is so much going on right now leading up to Coastline Clash, which is a huge event in April. Strongly recommend you come out to the show. So let's do that. So Stephanie McMahon hits the ring and says, I gave you the chance to do the right thing and you screwed up again like you always screw up. You don't remember anything. So I'm going to say right now what I've been waiting to say quite the long time.
Ooh, what's that?
I'll let you take it.
What?
Your best Stephanie impression. Those 2 words that she's been waiting to tell Mick Foley. Or I'll give it to
words.
Donica.
Here we go.
Get ready, Donica.
You're fired.
That was good.
That was real good.
No, and everyone, that's Mark Donica in the booth on the 1s and 2s.
Hi, everybody. Can't compete with that, so Markeia wins.
Fair enough.
Well,
That
we
was
can
great.
have a slap contest. I go first.
Oh.
All right, let's both slap Johnny.
Yeah. Can I judge at least if I'm
Nah.
getting hit?
No.
I just take it.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, I know. I've been here long enough to know. So yeah, she fires Mick Foley. Sami Zayn hits the ring to stick up for him. He's sick and tired of the bullying, and he's going to stand up for Mick and everyone else. And Stephanie kind of just laughs it off and says, you're talented, but you're not even on the level to talk to me. And by the way, you're going to have a match right now against the guy standing down the ramp, and that's Samoa Joe. Hot damn.
The Destroyer Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Oh, I love his music.
Yeah.
It's got that groove to it.
Right. It's
That
perfect.
dangerous Destroyer groove to
It's
it.
perfect.
It's almost like as you're punching someone in the face repeatedly, you can do it in rhythm,
Yeah.
kind of like Samoa Joe does.
Exactly.
But
Or it's
yeah.
like a yard fight scene, and somebody's on top of the other person. It's just like, yeah, this is going nowhere. They're just hitting each other.
So what do you guys think overall of the first segment?
All right, well, as I said, Mick Foley should have just read off the cards. He should know his place by now. He's been getting belittled week after week after week. Mick Foley, now because of that, you don't have a job.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean, we were speculating, over the last couple of weeks, is he even going to be GM at WrestleMania? Well, wow, that took care of that.
Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah. They got me in the feels a little bit. I thought that they would wait until after WrestleMania, and they didn't. And then it happened, and he went, off his cue cards, and I'm like, yes. And then it just progressed even further than that, and then had Stephanie McMahon at her Stephanie McMahonist.
Yeah, she was. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean the only thing we didn't have is a slap, but she slapped with her words, Johnny.
Yeah, sometimes words can hurt worse than hands.
Yeah. Oh, it
You
was just a let's kick Mick fight.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, like on the one-upmanship.
I mean, I will say this. This is going to make not only next Monday interesting, but the Monday after WrestleMania, because how long will you go without a general manager? Will she just step in and do everything?
I know she went
She's
a
a
pretty
powerful
long
woman.
time before she had one. Before the split. So
Yeah.
I mean, she could go on for a little bit. What's Teddy doing? What's Teddy doing now? Can he step in?
I don't think, Teddy's in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he's really necessarily interested in coming back as GM.
Yeah.
But hey,
But
I
I
mean,
can hope.
the SmackDown commissioner is wrestling at WrestleMania now, so who knows?
That is a fact.
Anything can happen. There's a lot of great people that could step in as Raw GM. The question is, how long will we go without one? And chat roll, what do you guys think? Are we going to get a Raw GM sooner or later? Are we going to get one, say, the Monday after WrestleMania, or are we just going to go for a while with just Stephanie conquering everybody in evil fashion? That's what I would like to know.
I think eventually she just get kind of tired. She's like, there's got to be someone to delegate this to.
You would think.
Yeah. And then that's when we get maybe Beth comes back, or maybe Lita could have Amy in there.
As a Raw GM?
Yes.
Wow, a female Raw GM. I mean,
Yes.
we had AJ for a little bit, but that was about it. I'd be down for that.
I think that could work really well because you know what? She wouldn't take it. That's for sure.
I mean, the popular choice is Kurt Angle for a lot of people.
I can see that.
But I had one last week on Wrestling and Padres on Fox Sports. I said the road dog Jesse James. He's already backstage to begin with. No one's a better talker. He
I
would
like this. I like
crush
this
it
choice.
as
I
Raw
like that
GM.
choice a lot.
Just
yeah.
my opinion. What do you think?
I think it's got to be Kurt Angle. I mean, with the buzz that's going around with him being in the Hall of Fame now, the things that he's done in the ring, he was somewhat a GM when he was in the wheelchair, right? For SmackDown?
Yeah.
A few years back, he had some authority, so I would put Kurt Angle. Bring back those 3 eyes.
The question is, I mean, what Kurt Angle will we get? We've had different versions of Kurt Angle over the years.
Right.
And so it's a hard thing because Stephanie is going such a distinct character direction right now. It's going to be hard to find someone that can actually mesh. Or maybe they want someone that doesn't mesh. Who knows? You know who don't mesh? Samoa Joe, Sami Zayn. Zayn put up a hell of a fight, hit the flying DDT through the bottom rope, goes for the haluva kick, but once again, Joe, too strong. Coquina clutch. It really does look disastrous when he locks that thing in.
Yeah, right?
He's too powerful for any Sami Zayn, for any cruiserweight weight type guy to go against Samoa Joe. I don't think it's going to happen. He's been destroying. He's called a destroyer for a reason. He's just going to keep on dominating all the way to WrestleMania.
But like for me, when I saw him, just pretty much choking Sammy out, I was like, oh, you know what I really need? I need a female heel wrestler that like does the same thing, and for some reason they're in the ring at the same time, choking opponents out at the same time, just staring at each other like he's gonna tap out first. He's gonna tap out first, or he's gonna,
That brings up a question. What is Joe gonna do at WrestleMania? I mean, are we gonna get Joe and Sammy again? We've already had it twice.
Oh yeah, is he not scheduled for anything?
No, Donica, I don't think he's got anything.
Mark?
As of right now, he's got nothing scheduled, so it'll probably be Battle Royal or something like that.
The Andre the Giant Battle Royal Cup.
I don't know. I can't see Joe being in that.
See him dominating it.
I can.
Yeah.
I would also like to see it. Look, if Luke Harper doesn't have a match, I want to see him dominate the Battle Royal.
Did you see Luke Harper's new look?
No, I did not.
He got rid of the loose fitting tank top, and now he's got a slimmer fit black tank top and a new video, and he looks like $1,000,000. He fought Bray over the weekend, and everybody said it was an amazing showing. And all of his time on SmackDown these past couple of weeks has proved how great of a commodity he is. So I agree. Let's get some interbrand going. Him and Joe would tear it up.
But here's the thing. He hasn't been on SmackDown. That's been the problem.
He's just kind of been away, right?
Yeah. Which really, I mean, he caught fire, and all of a sudden, no, not anymore. So I really hope, it'd be a shame if Luke Harper does not have a match. I know this is Raw, but it'd be a shame if Luke Harper does not have a match at WrestleMania.
Hey, with the draft coming up, he could be Raw very soon.
Do we have a date for the draft?
Yeah.
I think we do. I'll look at it. Keep talking.
Okay, great.
Okay.
We will do that.
Yeah.
So,
because,
yes.
there's some people I'd want to trade and some people that I'd want back.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to be careful with the draft because I think overall the brand extension, in my eyes, has been really successful. I mean, SmackDown has taken off.
Very well for SmackDown.
Yeah, and look, Raw is always going to have great ratings, whether or not, like, it's right now it's in a bit of a down phase, as many people would say.
Yeah,
but
there's rebuilding years for everything.
Yes.
Everything everywhere, and that just means that it's going to be even better when it comes out the other side.
Would you go drastic with the draft, or as far as changes?
I'd keep everything as is. It's one of these situations where, I mean, if it's good, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's working now, so just keep it the way it is.
The way SmackDown, they're performing like the underdogs, like when Heyman ran the show like a decade ago.
But the show's so good. Like, it's so fast-paced. It's good. It has that 205 vibe to it without all that 205 extra vibe to it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be very interesting. If you're going to have a draft, you're obviously going to have a huge shakeup. Otherwise, what's the point of doing a draft?
Just bring up NXT, guys. That's what I would do.
Yeah, but NXT, I don't think you can bring up that many people because NXT doesn't have the depth that it once had.
Yeah, you don't want to deplete your pool either. You want them to be able to, get strong, wade in the waters.
That's a big shakeup, though. If you bring Nakamura, Hideo Itami, all these type of guys.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you shake up NXT, you shake up SmackDown, you shake up Raw. It's one of those things where McMahon would come out and, we're going to,
I mean, it could get to the point, depending on how the draft goes, maybe NXT really does become even more developmental than it has been over the past year. You've had incredible stars go to NXT.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Nakamura, Austin Aries, like all these guys. And so maybe it will become more the flat-out developmental if they do decide to shake it up with the draft. Who knows?
Aside from the NXT stars that are on TV right now, they got about 80 people waiting to come up to NXT.
A lot of people.
I mean, we haven't seen all the faces there, and there's a bunch of indie guys that they could always collect. So just do it. Just bring up a lot of NXT guys. Give the internet fans what they want. Give some of these fans some new faces to see a new product.
Very much so.
All right, so what I found, just before we get off the draft subject, I found that these are all rumors, ladies and gentlemen, so let's keep them as such. But apparently,
Okay, we're going to confirm everything. Mark.
Mr. Vincent Kenny McMahon is dead set on holding the event this year at some point, and there's some idea rolling around to make it an annual event. There are a couple of superstars that they want to change shows for, and there's also rumbling that champions will not be eligible to be traded.
That's fair enough.
Aside from that, that's the only quote definite stuff that I've seen across a couple of different articles.
And of course, that could all change on a Monday afternoon.
Yes, it could have changed tonight.
Yeah, very well may be. Mick Foley is backstage saying goodbye to Sami Zayn, Sheamus, Cesaro, very touching moments, and Bayley, of course. And then he runs into Triple H, who just says, "Have a nice day."
Yeah. With, a crap-eating grin.
Can't say that.
And then right there to the exit sign, and he's going out the door, and I was like, why? No.
Mick just, he tugs at the heartstrings, especially when, like I said, the people he spoke to, Sammy and Cesaro and Sheamus and Bayley, he's all had amazing moments with them. And so, it's not the first time Mick's been fired, but it's always a bummer to see him go.
It won't be the last time he gets fired either.
You don't think?
About it. No way. It's Mick Foley's thing now. He comes in, he gets fired. He comes in, he gets fired.
It's kind of like Becky getting betrayed.
That's true. But Mick might be on the operating table tomorrow for all we know. He might be getting the hip done. So I think he's going to definitely be, recovering for a while, which we wish him the best because he deserves to get himself straightened out, and we want him to be as pain-free as possible. He already lost the weight, which is brilliant to do before a major hip surgery. Very smart move. So good stuff there. Speaking of physical therapy, y'all, we have an interview with Kevin Wilk, head physical therapist, working with Seth Rollins. And, I dug this, man. They bring in a real healthcare professional. Of course I'm going to like it. It's a PT talking. But, they brought in a real physical therapist, and honestly, he said the same thing I was thinking, When he injured his MCL, it was 9 weeks exactly to the day to WrestleMania. For any person just wanting to get back to regular activity, 9 weeks is maybe a decent course of action if you're getting physical therapy 2-3 times a week. For someone like Seth Rollins, 5-6 days a week, 6-7 hours a day, and he's also superhuman, maybe he could be ready by WrestleMania. But the physical therapist was like, not any doctor in America will clear him for this. Yeah. And he's right. He really is right. I mean, we don't know what grade MCL sprain he is because we don't know what they put on TV versus what it really was.
Yeah.
Right.
But still, it's...
that just looked like a lot of rehab that he was doing. Even just that little cut that they gave, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah. I mean, in sports, they call it a game-time decision. He would be a game-time decision right now. He'd have to go out in the field for warm-ups like a quarterback, and then they would have to decide, all right, you're going or you're not. Problem is, this is WrestleMania. You got to know if the match is happening or not.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I said it last week. He's a WWE superstar. He's an elite athlete. He will be ready for WrestleMania.
I think he will too. I do think it is a bit of a risk, but you know what? That's what they do this for. I mean, it's...
He worked his whole year to get that one match. He didn't have it last year. Was it last year or the year before that?
Last year he couldn't wrestle either.
There you go, last year. So this year, it's just come on, do it. Rehab, him versus Triple H.
And he is very lucky. He didn't have a meniscus tear or an ACL or a PCL. If any of those got injured as well, I think he'd be in deep trouble. The MCL doesn't need surgery. It does heal on its own, and he has every modality possibly available to him known to man. Plus, if you're really doing rehab 5 to 6 to 7 hours a day, your healing process is absolutely going to jump up. And so I think you're right. I mean, he looked great last week.
He looked great every week.
That's true. So
yeah, well, it sounds like he made that his job. So he looks like a hard-working man.
Also, yeah.
So
it was, and Triple H has an option for him coming up later on in the show. So Bayley is backstage, approached by Stephanie McMahon, and Steph says, you don't look too happy. And Bayley says, I don't want to give you a hug. Because you're not the strong woman I thought you were. And Steph says, I don't think you're the strong woman that I thought you were, so you have to prove yourself tonight. Nia Jax, if Nia Jax wins, she joins the WrestleMania title match.
ooh.
That's what happens. If you're a friend of Mick, you're an enemy of Stephanie.
She was going after everybody tonight. So.
Yeah, she was on one today. She was pretty mad.
She had her own list of Jericho tonight, man.
That's true.
She was
a short list.
But it wasn't revenge is a dish best served cold. No, it's best served tonight.
Right.
Yeah,
Tonight.
right now.
Let's do
right
it.
now.
All right, who else?
Next. Up
Billy
next.
got her. Sammy got him. Who else? Oh, Sheamus.
Sheamus,
I'll
good
get
old
to them.
Sheamus.
I'll get to them. Okay. Chris Jericho, man. He's got the friends of Jericho. Cheer him on, man.
And I didn't know how to feel about this because I was like, no, don't bring him out for the highlight reel. Not your ex-BF.
Right? Something's going to happen.
I don't know how to feel about this because I kind of like you both.
But how'd you feel when you saw that old school picture of Kevin Owens?
Jeez.
I loved that.
Right?
I love that so much.
With the Pamela Anderson, I don't think it was Pamela Anderson, but whoever it was.
It was
You know,
Pamela
it was a
Anderson.
Pamela Anderson type.
It was.
I thought so.
Yeah, the old barbed wire tattoo thing going on.
Oh, I couldn't see that.
Or the
Okay.
Canadian equivalent of Pam Anderson.
Close enough?
Isn't she
Isn't she Canadian?
That was a joke.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, I flew over the cuckoo's nest one too many times.
But yeah, no, I love that. Where it's like, oh yes, bring out all the fan pictures. I want to see all the fan pictures that these stars used to send in.
And even the DMs from 3 years ago.
You got to watch what you put online, wrestlers.
Yeah,
Look at that.
well, that's, hey.
It came back and it bit Kevin Owens. It was up on the Titantron. You seen it asking Jericho for help. The pictures of him with Jericho all over. He had the toys, he had the shirt, he had the posters. You're just a big old fan. You're just a big old fan. And Chris Jericho exposed you.
And I love if there's anyone that can make a segment all his own, it's Chris Jericho. He doesn't need anybody
it was a
else.
great segment.
Yes.
And he did. He said, look, Kevin Owens idolizes me. Guess what? You're facing your hero at WrestleMania. And you're going to be scared just like you are. With that, they showed the screenshot his face right before facing Goldberg, getting speared by Goldberg, I should say. And so, yeah, this is really cool, man. Like, this match is going to be pure fire.
I have a feeling that this is going to be like the Chris Jericho HBK match that we got in the early 20s of WrestleMania. That stole the show.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it is a very similar. It's a great point. It is kind of a similar setup there, in a way.
I have a feeling this might be one of the top 2 matches of the night. Aside from possibly Neville and Aries, this one might be the one that takes the money.
From a pure wrestling standpoint.
Just straight up wrestling,
Right.
technicality and everything, these guys are going to give it their all, I think.
Yeah, there's no doubt about
see
that.
that.
I mean, plus the U.S. title's on the line. Well, of course, Samoa Joe, once again, he's a busy guy tonight. He hits the ramp. Well, Kevin Owens attacks him from behind, hits the pop-up power bomb, and wow, if anyone knows how to end a segment and be the villain, it's Kevin Owens.
WrestleMania sign in the
How
background.
dope was that?
That was great. It
Man.
was like, the way these two play off each other. I don't want them to make up. Can I just say
Go on
that? I don't want them to
forever.
make
just
up.
keep fighting.
Yeah,
Keep
people
it
would say
going.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens fight forever. Well, I mean, I want this to go for a while.
Yeah. Just because they play off of each other so well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like gasoline on a fire, but in a good way.
Yeah, usually gasoline on the fire.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. No, it's
Very
just
much
like
so.
it keeps on escalating, and you watch the flames dance.
Yeah, I don't know what else could be said next Monday night on Raw. I really don't. I mean, that's pretty much Jericho said everything and Kevin Owens did everything.
The rebuttal. I mean, if you had
He
Chris
got the
Jericho come out-
rebuttal!
no, I mean, he had the last power bomb. He didn't have the last word. So you come out and you find your words and you embarrass Chris Jericho because I'm pretty sure he has some hidden skeletons in his closet also.
I would imagine Jericho
He's definitely had a illustrious career to have a lot of
Yeah,
skeletons.
you could just pick all these things out and you got to make the guy feel bad before he even gets in the match, you know? If you're there and you have the power to be on the microphone, use it. Because if you could get this guy and just make him feel depressed before he even steps in the ring, and
you
you
know what he
won.
could do?
You won before he even got in there.
He could be like, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to apologize before this happens. You know, I feel so bad. I just want to apologize for how pathetic you are.
Oh, yeah.
And
How
then go
old
that
he
route
is
with
and everything,
it.
huh?
Go that route with it. Be like,
Kevin Owens would definitely go that route.
You got to hit him
Yeah.
where it hurts, man. You have
oh,
to.
That would be so good.
That's usually the route that
Like
he goes.
icing on the birthday cake.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. Brian Kendrick defeats TJ Perkins fast.
Quick.
With a quick sliced bread, 2 of them to be exact, but wow. And then he stole Tozawa's passport, which I think is illegal.
It's illegal, but it's the smartest move in the business at the time.
Here's my question, though. How did Tozawa get out of the country without a passport? Am I wrong on that?
He can't.
I can't fly out of the
leave
country without my
without a
passport.
passport.
Yeah.
Like he can't. That's something that can't happen.
Jeez.
That's my point.
So yeah.
I like the idea, but
Oh, I got it. Passport card. You don't have to have the booklet, but if you have the little card.
Well, that's only in the continental, North America. Like, are they going to Mexico or Canada, or are they going
I
somewhere
don't know.
else?
I know we're splitting hairs here, but that was my first question. I was like, wait, if he has the how do you get out of the country?
Yeah, I mean,
Chat
you can't.
room will
you
figure
can't,
it out. Somebody in the chat room, let
you
us
can't
know.
leave. You can't leave North America without your passport.
No.
Passport card gets you to Mexico.
I
gets you
almost
to
got stuck in
Canada.
Iraq last August because I almost lost my passport.
Yeah,
I was
if he's flying
terrified.
anywhere, out. I mean, technically, if he had a passport card, he could go to Mexico and then get in a car and go down to South America, and then I don't know how he's going to travel past that.
Did he say where he was? Did he say Japan? No.
I think he might have said he was stuck in Japan.
Yeah. See, that's a hard place to get to without a passport.
Well, it looks like he's going to have, somebody, a compadre that's going to, grab a hold of that passport for him and then mail it back.
He's going to have to.
I mean, he's going to have to. But then who's that going to be? Who's going to stand up against, the Brian Kendrick?
I mean, it's not going to be TJ Perkins.
No.
He got beat up.
I guess
That
it kinda
was
can't be.
just shockingly fast.
Maybe
quick.
it's Swan. Maybe Swan would,
Swan's a nice
go into
guy.
his locker,
I can
get
It's
that
weird,
passport.
like for all the incredible matches we see in the cruiserweight, division, we see a quick one like this that just confuses me a little bit. I don't know if this is going towards Kendrick and Tozawa at WrestleMania. I guess maybe we already have 12 confirmed matches now. 13,
Another one?
12
Yeah,
or 13, yeah. So I don't know if there's room for.
Can I say, though, I like this passport play? It's fun.
No, I do. It's just
You know?
I'm the realist. Where I'm like, wait a minute, you can't go because honest to God,
Fun, Dad.
Let
it just happen.
We literally were about to leave Iraq, and we were at one of the bases, and we were like all day we were running around. And it was like we were hot and tired, and I was like, oh Jesus, where's? I had to run back to the one barracks. My passport wasn't there, and then I get all the way back, and I go, I'm like, guys, I don't know where my passport is. And Ken Anderson goes, it's right here, bro. He had it in his backpack.
Was he pulling the old rib ski on you?
No, I forgot I put it in there earlier in the day because I didn't have
Okay.
pockets. But I have no memory, and I was tired. And so I almost got stuck in...
you made it back.
I
You're
almost
here.
yeah, I almost got stuck in Iraq. That would have been amazing. So, yeah, Tozawa, we'll see what happens. But you got to believe this is leading towards something. Or maybe it's just a blow-off on 205 Live.
It's got to pay off eventually, so let's keep it going.
Yes. Roman Reigns tells Charlie Caruso that he's not concerned about The Undertaker because it's his yard now. Some ballsy thing to say, Roman.
Yeah. You don't say stuff like that and not expect for the Undertaker to come for you. That doesn't happen.
I mean, what do you think, Noel? This is not exactly the full-fledged, dastardly Roman Reigns I think people want. But when
No.
you say things like it's your yard, you're going to get people to really hate you.
Yeah. Well, it's a strong choice, which is good. I like strong choices, especially from him. He needs strong choices. He needs, that mic stuff. He needs a bloody handprint on his face. I'm never going to let that go. I'm never going to let that go.
I think he's
He
been
needs
making,
something.
week after week, dumb choices. They're choices, they're power choices, but they're not the smartest thing. To tell Undertaker, this is my yard, knowing that Undertaker is the top guy at WrestleMania, the top guy in WWE and in the locker room, you got to watch your words, Roman, because Undertaker's coming for you.
That's true. I mean, are you guys any more invested in this match? Well, I'll wait till the end of Raw because that more things
We're getting there.
Right.
happen there.
Yes.
So Michael Cole in the ring with Triple H, and Triple H said a lot of things. I'm going to do my
Jeez,
best to
too much.
paraphrase here. A lot of things.
Right.
It's the fans' fault for all the bad things that happened to Mick Foley because he listened to him. He got hooked on the roar of the crowd. Same thing happened to Seth Rollins. He got addicted to the roar of the crowd. That's where he went wrong. Seth Rollins is broken down. He's not the architect. He's already a has-been. And if he wants to show up at Mania, you know what? We could have an unsanctioned match. No legalities. You can't sue anyone. I'm just going to leave you in a heap. I'll draw up the paperwork.
It's official. Once that paperwork is out, you
Got it.
can't sue him, you can't do anything to him.
He better have a good week of rehab.
Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, they once the paperwork is signed, contract signing. Oh, wow. No, it's just I was remembering the last contract signing when it was like Braun Strowman with Roman Reigns. And it's like, yeah, it has to be this contract. You have to sign this. You have to come. You have to sign this. And then just like, I beat you up. I don't even sign the contract. And I leave.
It's true. Yeah.
So,
So next week, he has to show up and prove that he's Seth freaking Rollins and not a freaking coward. So apparently it looks like we're going to have ourselves an unsanctioned match.
It's looking that way. If anyone could make it happen, it's going to be the Vice President, Triple H, COO.
I mean, unsanctioned match essentially means obviously no legalities, but it's more or less, I don't know if it's a falls count anywhere.
It would be a no DQ match.
No DQ match.
If it's unsanctioned, then sometimes it's just a fight to the finish, not necessarily a pin.
Just
That's true.
Someone just stops moving. Like they flop around like a little fish, and then they just stop.
It's like a last man standing, but with no count. It's just, I'm going to beat you till you can't move, and then we'll be done.
It's like the ending of Kill Bill, the second one.
Oh, don't spoil it.
What?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Okay. Okay, then I take back both of those references.
I can tell you
just
the
said.
ending of Triple H and Seth Rollins. Sledgehammer to the old knee.
Oh, I was going to say, it's the ending of Kill Bill Volume 2.
Oh! Oh, man.
Donegal with the dunk
I know.
basket thing. He nailed it.
You're a sports guy, for God's sakes, Johnny.
I'm sorry, I'm
I think that was my
multitasking.
favorite. That was my favorite.
the
Can I have a
funnest of
favorite for the
dads.
week? That was my favorite.
Oh, for the week. I was going to say my favorite was asking if Dragon Age was like Oregon Trail.
Oh, that's my favorite of all time.
Wait, when was this?
Don't
No,
you-
that's when I was telling you about Skyrim, and you were like, "Oh, it's like Oregon Trail."
Yeah,
right?
well, I think it was.
don't you worry about it, Johnny.
I think it sounds good. Mark will teach me about Skyrim.
And then right next
Skyrim?
to Skyrim.
Skyrim.
And then right
Skyrim's
next to
fine if you're from Boston.
when you were talking about Google, that you found that on your computer.
Google Chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when
I'm
you-
about
when
6
you
months into
discovered
Chrome, and I'm liking it.
Whoa.
There you go.
Yeah,
Fun dad
Yeah.
for the win.
that's right. So anyways, unsanctioned match. Could be falls count anywhere. Could be last man standing. It could just be
Tuxedo match.
Yeah.
Good old sledgehammer to the knee. That's my call.
Could be a
Calling it now.
sledgehammer on a pole match.
Jeez.
You don't know.
There we go.
So Cesaro and
Cage match.
Sheamus.
Cage match.
Could be a cage match.
Oh, that'd be
everything.
nice.
That'd be pretty cool.
Cesaro and Sheamus taking on Enzo and Cass and Gallows and Anderson. Obviously, another one of those Stephanie McMahon mandates saying, you like Mick Foley, so screw you. Well, this didn't last very long. This may have been shorter. This was actually way shorter than TJ Perkins and Brian
Possibly
Kendrick.
under 2 minutes. I
No
think.
doubt, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Enzo and Cass, they make it look like they're going to take out Sheamus and Cesaro, but no, Cass takes out Gallows and then a combination bro kick to Anderson for the win, so the match remains a triple threat, and I absolutely think it should remain a triple threat.
I agree. It's probably the best way to go. I mean, that if you put too many of these guys in a match, it's a big old cluster, you know what. So keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it nice for the fans.
Yeah, a cluster lover. Can I just say real quick, the chat room totally remembers when you were like,
Oh, the old Oregon
It's
Trail.
like, yeah, they're like Dark Souls, just like Oregon Trail.
Their memory's better than mine is. I remember saying something about it, and then AJ remembers here that I thought Johnny got Chrome in July. Maybe I did. I don't remember anything.
Dude, they keep track of your Chrome.
They do. Look, anytime I need, I swear to God though, AJ is my go-to. If I need anything for factual evidence or like a date or like a specific show, he got it within 20 minutes.
That's
Nice.
our fun, Dad.
Yeah.
Aw.
And he knows how to make gifts too, which is pretty cool.
I'm glad that you said it right.
I never know if I'm saying it right.
Have you
To
become
me,
a
you
meme
are.
yet? I've seen you
He's
as a
been
kid, but are
couple
you a
of
meme?
memes. He's
not
got
really.
He's got his Christmas sweater, which is glorious.
I haven't seen
Oh, I
it.
was on a Wheaties box. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, well, it's your Christmas sweater. They have it as a meme where it's like it's this giant Santa head and he's just like dancing. It's like
You
a
got to give
perpetual-
us some sort of
perpetual
screenshot to meme you
dancing.
with.
I did?
Yeah, you put it on your Twitter like during Christmas.
Oh yeah, someone did. I think
Yeah.
that was AJ that made that one.
We got to
It was a
meme
good
you.
gift.
Hopefully by the end of the night we'll have a meme with you.
There's not. No, we don't.
You just do something funny. You hold a thumbs up, or you hold a thumbs down, and then you're a meme out of nowhere.
I feel
That's
like
it.
I need to prepare to be a meme. I don't think I'm ready for it.
No, the people know you, man. They're
No
ready.
No
They're
one
ready.
prepares to be a meme. They will be a meme precisely when they mean to.
Can
You know,
we should
Mark,
meme that voice right there.
I kind of expected you to go the Lord of the Rings route.
I did.
No, I'm interested.
That was a little Gandalf.
Wait,
was-
what's that?
Yeah. A wizard is never late.
Oh, okay. Because I was going. Was it Boromir or was it Boromir or Aragorn? One simply does not.
What are you talking about?
Walk into
become
Mordor.
a meme.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
What?
One does not simply become a meme.
What's this?
One does not
Yeah.
simply become a meme.
Johnny.
Don't, Johnny. You know this.
Hold on,
What?
Johnny.
You know this.
Well, I don't.
Oh, the chat's gonna eat
Who
you
are you
up,
talking
man.
about?
Oh,
Gordon and who?
oh.
Gordon and who?
Don't do it, Johnny. Don't
Oh,
do
is
it.
it Harry Potter or something? Should I know this?
Jeez.
Game of Thrones?
No, it's Lord of the Rings.
I've never seen that either. I don't care. That's fine.
Okay,
No,
Yeah.
I could get by with not watching Kill Bill 2, but Lord of the Rings.
I've seen one Harry Potter. I've seen 0 Lord of the Rings, and
Jeez, they're gonna eat you up.
I've seen 0 Game of Thrones.
How's it going?
DB2 CM
You know why,
Punk.
guys? I have to watch wrestling because I care about all of you. You want me to watch Lord of the Rings and not know what's happening? I don't think so. Not even scared of it today.
He got me.
Ooh, he got
I'm going
me.
hard in the
got
paint.
me.
Going hard in the paint.
Johnny's going
Jeez,
hard.
focused.
That's right.
But yes, chat room, I agree. Dale would make a great meme.
Yes. Who, Dale?
Dale.
He already was one
Oh yeah.
at SummerSlam.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, after Lesnar German suplex Cena a zillion times. Oh, he
Is he
became a
just like,
well-known meme. That it's. I was like, yeah, right next to him, and Dale's face is like,
That's right. He totally was a meme.
yeah.
I'll see if I can find some good ones.
He
All
legit
right, cool.
was.
Do it.
There you go. New Day. They talk a lot and promote WrestleMania. That was pretty much it. Went down a
was
bunch
it.
of matches.
That's like the wrap up. That was it. That really was.
Biggie being Biggie. That was the moment for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where he's like, can't wait for Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
Biggie, he kills me. He's the best. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely the host of WrestleMania. Doesn't look like they're going to be in a match, but they will be busy. Trust me, if you're going to be in Orlando, you will probably see the New Day 73 times a day, and you'll wonder how they got all those places. They are everywhere, and they are hustlers, and they're going to be amazing hosts all weekend.
What do you think the chances of them wearing something real extravagant is gonna be?
I'd
They
say
did the Dragon Ball Z thing.
They're gonna go all out.
109%.
Sure.
At least some cool tuxes.
Do they
for-
come out in uniforms and unicorns?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they might do it like hosting an award show. They may actually have a bunch of outfit changes.
I think
Oh,
that
that'd
they
be nice.
should. What I would like, but I know that they're not gonna do because they're boys and boys don't tend to do it. I want them to all be tuxedo mask. That would be great. Oh, do you-
Transform.
wait, what?
Nothing to worry about.
So yes, Austin Aries taking on Tony Nese. Tony Nese, good showing here. Nice torture rack on Aries, but Aries makes the comeback with a drop kick off the top ropes. Then the discus forearm that looks amazing every single time.
Forearm.
Five arms.
I'm sorry.
Arm.
The discus 5 arm
Yeah.
for the W. But then King Neville hits the ramp and says, actually Aries is like, I don't remember having an interview with you. Why are you here? And Neville says, I can come to the ring right now and obliterate you. Aries says, you know what? You're not on my level. Aries is above
Yeah.
your level. And I'm even going to try to do the accent. Solid.
Oh, come on.
No,
Do it.
I
Do
can't
it.
do
Hold
it.
on,
Try
you gotta
just a little
redeem.
bit.
You gotta
Try just a
redeem
little
yourself for the chat room here, man. They're
For
killing
what?
you with the Lord of the Rings
I
stuff.
fully admitted I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I've said it a zillion times on the show. They know. They can't get that mad at me anymore.
Yeah.
You gave us some sort of impersonation last week, so we need this week.
But I'm not good at
Give
it.
us some sugar, man. Give us the sugar, man. Come on.
Full disclosure, I'm not going to say I'm good at this. I haven't even practiced. So I should say King of the Cruiserweights in
might
my
be the
best.
meme.
Yeah. Just do it.
Here we go.
Just do it.
King of the Cruiserweights.
Yes!
Is that all right?
That was great.
Not as good as Aries was.
No, that was great.
But
I felt like
anyways,
he nailed it.
I love this right after the match. This just built it up a little bit more. And he said after this, he's like, for the next 13 days, tell everyone you're the king, because after WrestleMania, the whole facade's going to be over. And digging it.
Kings
Yeah.
get dethroned. They get dethroned. So if you want to mess around with Aries, watch it. Off with his head.
And this is a great match because Tony Nese looked fantastic too.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good. The both of them. It was like it was balanced out. I enjoyed the work, and I really enjoyed that impression. It was short, sweet, to the point. It checked all the boxes and left me
did.
wanting more.
Now this begs the question. I initially thought we would see a cruiserweight ladder match. Now we're gonna have one-on-one. It's hard to have a WrestleMania without a ladder match. Are we gonna see one? Do you think at all?
Well,
I don't think so. I mean,
we still have time. I mean, we still have another
do.
Monday.
We
There's
do.
still another Monday between now and WrestleMania.
2 Mondays, right? 13
one
days.
more Monday.
One more
One.
Monday. One
2 more Tuesdays, and
Jeez.
that's it.
Well, they better hurry it up.
So I mean, they could have the ladder match be with 205, and I'm a-okay with that. That could be a thing. Like let's say that whole passport thing, it ends up being Swan. So then you have Swan and Brian Kendrick
And the rest.
and and Akira, and then Akira. Oh, God, I love that. And
So what would it be? A ladder match for the #1 contendership? Probably not.
Well, do they?
You know what?
Don't they already have one? Austin's the #1 contender.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So
So-
I want to see the SmackDown women ladder match.
Oh, I'd be all about that.
Because they're already
All about
leaving
that.
it really up to the imagination. Like anyone who's available could be in the match. So there's going to be at least probably a surprise.
I would be for that all day, any day.
Yeah.
If they did that.
First one ever. Why not make it history?
Oh. You know, because they just had it wasn't the first ever women's steel cage match, but it was, it was epic.
Yeah, I also think when we see Ember Moon and Asuka at NXT, that's going to be a huge indicator as to, if we see Asuka at WrestleMania as well.
Ooh.
So.
Can I just say I want all of the above?
No, for sure. I mean, the only sad part about that is if Asuka loses the title at NXT TakeOver, it's going to maybe kind of give it away that we'll see her.
A little hint, right? A little giveaway there.
But I think the women of SmackDown would just crush it in a ladder match. They really would. And now ladder matches are dangerous. That's my only concern. But at the same time,
But they're professionals.
Yeah, I'm not concerned.
They
They're
get paid
wrestlers.
for this. You know? This is their dream. This is how they thrive. This is their job. This is their career.
Yeah.
You know?
It could work.
I think they'll be A-okay.
So how many women's matches are confirmed for Mania so far? We have Bayley's match, which is the Fatal 4-Way.
SmackDown Women's. 2.
That's it.
Well, SmackDown Women's match has every woman on SmackDown. So.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, and
and
Raw's
there's
pretty
more
close.
than on Raw.
And Raw's pretty close.
Raw's pretty close.
Yeah, no, it's pretty darn close
It's
there.
missing Dana Brooke and Alicia Fox,
Alicia Fox.
and that's it. So, yeah.
And Dana already kind of, she already had her match.
Tonight we didn't
I like
see
that.
Charlotte we barely saw
no.
Charlotte. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did not see Dana. So
We've seen
No,
both of
but
them.
we saw
Charlotte
her
versus
last
Dana.
week, right? Last week.
we
where
might
she
see that
was-
next week. Yeah. Very much so. So Braun Strowman says, "I'm not gonna face Roman Reigns. I'm gonna destroy him. If the Undertaker wants to see him at WrestleMania, he better bring a shovel to the ring and scoop him up." That's better than my Neville accent, I think.
I thought the
no,
Neville
no.
was good. Neville was
No.
good.
Well, no,
It
because
killed
Claire
it.
Bowie's in chat roll, and she's like, "I'm Georgian. It's nothing like me." I said it wasn't gonna be good.
Aw,
Why you gotta
Claire.
give me stuff for it? I
Now
tried.
we'll never get him to do the Neville accent again.
And I'll do it again.
Yes.
Look, if we've learned anything over the past 3.5 years on this show, I'm not afraid to look stupid.
Because
So.
you're fun, Dad.
Thanks. Appreciate. I need to get that shirt made. Mark.
I'm on it.
I'm just kidding. Main event: Roman Reigns taking on Braun Strowman. Back and forth match, loads of physicality as you would expect. That Samoan drop where he literally
He
lifted.
lifted. You saw the strain.
Well, you couldn't do it the first
Saw
time.
it.
You couldn't do it the first time. But then you stress it out and you do it the second time, and geez, that's gotta take out all your air. Both for the guy that's doing it and the guy that's taking it, because Roman, how much is the weight difference between these two dudes?
Yeah, that and think about
About 5 of us.
Braun was totally horizontal, and Roman
The whole
was
way, yeah.
using his lumbar, which is very
Yeah.
dangerous.
He was planking it like
Yeah.
a pro.
Very dangerous to do that kind of lifting with your lumbar spine. I was a little concerned about
He
that.
shouldn't be doing that so close to Mania.
No.
Well, he I'm sure he feels like he's got something to prove. I mean,
No, he's the big dog. He's got nothing to prove.
yeah, but trying to get that audience on his side in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
Get that reaction. The worst possible thing is to hear silence, kind of a thing.
Oh, he
But
never hears
had
silence.
some,
No,
he
he'll
had
hear
some
those
good call
boos.
and response today. He had that, so that was good.
I
People
mean-
were all about that.
There was a lot going on. The big Samoan drop, the Superman punch, setting him up for the spear. Don't get me wrong, Braun Strowman did a lot on his own right as well.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, getting ready for the spear.
Oh.
Yep.
And that happened. That's why you don't talk about the Undertaker unless you want him to appear.
And he did.
It's like Bloody Mary.
Yes, he is.
Jeez.
And he choke
Or like the
slams
Candy Man.
Braun Strowman. Choke slams him. But then as he turns around, you actually see the look of the Undertaker like, oh, I turned my back on him. And spear! Spear! And Roman Reigns stands over him, walks up the ramp. But then just before Raw goes off the air, who sits up rather quickly?
Not Braun Strowman.
No.
No. Braun's out.
Yeah. So now I will ask you the question. I'll go to your Markeia first.
Okay.
Then you know well.
Yes, sir.
Are you more invested now in Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker than you were, say, 7 days ago?
Yes.
Continue.
Yes, I am. I guess it was because they gave me exactly what I wanted like 2 weeks ago when I was like, oh, okay, yeah, because they have Braun in the ring and Reigns, or it was vice versa, but I think it was Braun in the ring, and then Reigns was supposed to be coming in, and then Undertaker appeared, and Braun like backed off like, hey, dude, we're all good. And then, you know, Reigns showed up, and I was like, oh, how about we have them fight? And then, you know, Undertaker music comes up, and then there he is. And so I was given that gift today, and it jacked it right up for me.
Okay.
And it's like I'm way more than just interested anymore.
Interesting. Noel.
Yeah.
I gotta jump on the disagreement train.
Okay, no problem.
First
Go for
off, true, because I'm with everyone. I don't like Roman Reigns. I'm just one of those guys. He could do whatever. He could beat up Braun Strowman. He could call out the Undertaker. To me, he's not the guy. And if you're gonna call yourself the big dog, you gotta prove it in the ring, not just talking. So I'm not interested in this. I would rather, to be honest, I'm gonna get it for this. I would rather see The Miz versus the Undertaker.
You know, I'm not going to disagree. The Miz would say a lot of things that would get under the Undertaker's skin.
Of course.
He would get squashed like
He
a little
would.
bug.
He would.
He would get
He's the best.
squashed.
But he would,
get so
but that would only help Miz in the long run, in my opinion.
Well,
very
yeah,
true.
anyone going up against the Undertaker helps him in the long run. But it's like, what about the rest of us watching
It might not help Roman Reigns.
I don't know. I would rather see The Miz. I'm not a fan of Roman. Never have been, and possibly I hope he loses against the Undertaker because I never will be.
See, I don't have an active like hate against him or anything like that. I mean, he's a
I'm
third
not
generation
hating.
wrestler.
I'm stating.
Okay.
I don't like the guy.
No problem. Like he's a third generation wrestler. You know, they got me on that whole Tea Party thing. Him and his kid, not he's a Tea Party member.
Wow.
The
I was like,
The
whoa.
teacup.
Did I
Thank
miss
you.
something in the political landscape?
They had a tea party with teacups.
Yeah,
okay.
I got it.
There we
Yeah.
go.
He's a good dad. Yeah.
So yeah, with that, you know, I really enjoyed the Shield. I feel like he's bringing the best that he can. I just feels like he just needs something extra. He needs a mask or something
Here's
to
the
get
thing.
him out of himself.
Roman Reigns, I'm not a Roman Reigns hater by any means. The guy
Oh, come
is a stud, works his bejesus off in the ring, has put together some incredible matches with his opponents. But as far as the character goes, when you take on the Undertaker at WrestleMania, it can only help you grow from there. But I think in order for Roman Reigns' character to grow, something about him has to change. So far, he's still just cool guy Roman Reigns who's not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
We need to see evil, cheating, insecure. Oh my God, I have hidden skeletons in my closet. Roman Reigns, in order to grow from fighting the Undertaker. If he stays cool guy Roman Reigns, it's my yard now. It's not going to do anything except get people to boo him that much more, and it's going to be it's going to be the same thing again, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm into the match. I'm excited for it.
Just need something
But
else from him.
If you're going to be a
Just
great
need
face,
it.
you got to be a great heel first sometimes, and that's kind of where he has to go.
There's 13
Yeah.
days for him to catch your interest. 13 days. He's not going to do it. He's Borman Reigns. He bores me.
You never know. It could happen next week.
Unless
Okay,
he does
so-
some sort of weird shooting star leg drop type of thing. Like, he doesn't impress me. His moveset is...
Yeah.
He has the problem that John Cena had about a year or two ago, where people say it's the 5 moves of doom, it's the same stuff, the same promos. What could he do now, 13 days away from WrestleMania, that's going to make you really, really get invested in a huge attraction match against The Undertaker?
You never know. A lot could happen in 1 week. I mean, if he does something really underhanded and evil that even would make the dead man,
sit up and take notice.
yeah, then yeah, this could work. But the question is, will it be a short-term thing? I mean, I don't think...
I think that we've been saying this same thing for a while, though. It feels like it to
Well,
me,
that's
where
the
it's like we
problem.
just
It's been a while.
want this one more thing from him. It's like, let those barriers down and give us this one more thing. This is what we want from you.
What's
It's
that
like, this is
thing?
what you should want for yourself, because you know what? The greatest villains don't see themselves as a villain. They
Yeah.
see themselves as a hero, just trying to fix the world in a different way. So, make that tweak for yourself in there so that we can have heel Reigns, like a real heel Reigns, not, wedding cake. We don't know if you're a bad guy or bully, but it was really fun seeing Lana with wedding cake
I mean,
on her
in
face.
hindsight, maybe Roman would have been better
Reigns.
off with the Authority, because Rollins could have done a lot of good stuff on his own without the Authority. But I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Just we're all just spitballing. What do you think, Mark?
I know.
Donica, what do you think?
Mark.
As far as this
I'm
match
a
goes.
big fan of Roman's work ethic. I don't know
No.
which way the match is going to go.
Yeah.
I'm
You can't
excited.
fault him for working.
I'm
He does
excited
work.
to see what they can pull off in that ring. If Undertaker wants to fight him, he sees something in him for the future, and we gotta trust in the dead man.
Oh, that's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah, the thing is
but
any
Reigns
decision
cannot
Undertaker.
win. I'm just going to say that.
he
Reigns,
might look.
Reigns should not
If he
win
does,
that,
that's
though.
mainly because the Undertaker thought it was a good idea. He was the one that agreed with Brock Lesnar 3
That
years
is-
ago.
That is true. But
So-
no, I don't want. If Bray couldn't take Undertaker, I don't want it to be Reigns taking him.
Well, don't forget, Bray wasn't at that level that where he's at now. Like if they did wrestle,
true.
it would be a different ballgame. I'm with you. I didn't, but
I mean, it was right afterwards. Set him up as a Prince of Darkness. You could. We've had this conversation.
I'm just
before.
saying, we already got to have the entire arena chanting for Undertaker. I just want it to be that much more, black and white. I want Roman Reigns to do such evil things leading up to WrestleMania that it really turns everyone completely on him.
That would be so awesome.
Right.
I would love
and it would
that.
only make him better in the long run.
He has 13 days to do it. Prove yourself to me, Roman. Prove yourself to Johnny. Prove yourself to everyone. Give us something.
Specifically.
Go to the graveyard this week, Roman. Make a digital clip.
There you go.
Go to a mortuary and burn coffins in effigy for Undertaker.
Do something involving Paul Bear.
Oh,
Because we all know that Percy Pringle obviously would still want to be involved if he was around. God bless his
We
soul.
already got that with the Punk feud, though.
We did get that with the Punk feud, but I'm just saying, how many times was Paul Bear, killed when he was Paul Bear? You know what I mean? So just, I don't know, do something.
So we got it. For Roman Reigns to impress us, he has to commit some sort of felony against
Yes.
the Undertaker.
I think so.
There we
It's
go.
WrestleMania. Go for broke.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hey, go big or go home. This is the big show.
Right?
Exactly.
The big show.
There you go.
And, oh yeah, we didn't do any tag team matches tonight. Oh my
Well,
God.
were there any? There was a
Yeah,
handicap tag
the
team.
quick match, Sheamus and all these
The
guys.
handicap one.
Yeah, we
Be
just
like
didn't
a
make it
little-
happen. Let me see if there's any Rusev tweets. If we got
Handsome
any.
Rusev.
Yeah.
Yes. Handsome Rusev.
Oh, by the way, do you guys watch Southpaw Regional Wrestling? The YouTube
I
4
watched it. I watched all of it. It
Loved it.
was great.
Actually,
Loved
Johnny,
it.
while you're looking that up, let me take this moment to promote some of our other stuff that we have on the network.
Please do.
So you can find some fun Rusev
Go
feeds
for it.
the group. Make sure to check out Making the Way to the Ring with Lillian Garcia. Today we had Becky Lynch on the show. It's a wonderful interview. Make sure to check that out. And on Xbox 12360 this past week, we had the glorious Bobby Roode.
Nice.
Who talked about going up against Cassius Ohno for the NXT Championship. I would highly recommend listening to both interviews, and we got some big shows leading up to WrestleMania for both of those programs. Also, our other wrestling programs, our SmackDown After Show on Tuesdays, our NXT After Show on Tuesdays, and I'd also like to take this time to thank WWE sponsor KFC, because that Georgia Gold chicken, pretty delicious. Back to you, Johnny.
It is pretty good. And yeah, Becky Lynch is an incredible interview. She's been on Compadres before, and she's just the glorious person to talk to. She's really great.
Nice.
And so with that said, that is the show, everybody. So Noel, put yourself over.
All right. First things first, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. If you want
right.
to watch me on the Spanish Announce, if you want to watch Johnny Loquasto argue with my brother, come and check us out. You guys argue all the time.
It'll happen. I say a lot of mean things about him on commentary.
Jeez. So watch us on KDOC.
And Peter Avalon,
No, he's our champ.
yeah.
Well, was our champ.
he's the worst.
So Detroit and Denver, watch us. Check your local listing starting April 1st. You'll be able to watch us there. If you want to see me live, I will be April 15th in Santa Rosa, California. You're going to come watch, what is it? They have Atlantis. They have Juventud Guerrera. Well, my Spanish is coming out. There you go. Atlantis, Juventud Guerrera, the original Octagon, Pro Wrestling Revolution in Santa Rosa, California, April 15th. Come check it out.
There you go. Markeia.
Okay, so this week is a fun one. So I'll be on The More You Should Know podcast. They're doing a special Sailor Moon episode for me tomorrow morning. And then after that, I'll be on Marvel Movie News at Popcorn Talk at 2:30. And yes, we will be talking Iron Fist. I know the chat room was talking about that earlier. We will be saying all things Iron Fist. And then also on Thursday night, I'm on a Star Wars RPG. It's Edge of the Empire with a little dash of Age of the Republic. It's Never Tell Me the Odds podcast on Saving Throw Show. And that is 8 o'clock Thursday nights. I'll do my Twitter for it, but it's twitch.tv/savingthrowshow. So come and see me on that. I am a Sakian. I'm Batman-esque, I'm angsty, and I'm 14 and a half years old. So that would be fun. And then if you like live comedy, this Saturday I am in, it's a very short play. It's called Collaboration. And it's fences, but it's people that have writers that have never seen fences, and each of them can only read the page right before the writer did. So then there's a 28-page play of fences by people that have never read fences.
That
I think
sounds
there's
amazing.
And it's happening at Pack Theater, and that'll be at 9 o'clock Pack Theater. And it's free. It's pay what you can. I think there's a dragon in it by the end.
Oh,
Nice.
gotta see the dragon.
Number one,
Worth it.
at Jay Quasto, Wrestling Compadre Slamcast on Fox Sports, at Fox Compadres, hit us up. Also, if you're going to WrestleMania, I'm lucky enough to be calling CZW's Best of the Best Saturday night, April 1st at WrestleCon. It's the final live show of the weekend at WrestleCon. The card is insane. Just go to CZW's website or WrestleCon.com. You can check out the card. I will be calling those matches. Also, March 31st, I'm going to be part of the Dell Closed Fist show that apparently ESPN is going to be covering or something. I'm going to be part of that show.
Nice.
Dalton Castle's on it, a bunch of other people. Are really fun. And I'm headlining the Brea Improv, recording my new comedy album Wednesday night, April 26th, if you're anywhere near Orange County. And, of course, Ty Matthews. Follow him at Ty Matthews PMA. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love you guys. We'll see you. Oh, Mark Donica, where can they find you?
Find me on Twitter at Mark B. Donica, and you can also find me with Lance Catamaran watching, and not really, it's not John Cena. But make sure to stay tuned to all of our AfterBuzz Wrestling shows. Thank you, Johnny. It's always a pleasure doing the show with you.
Of course, you as well. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.